Okay, it cut out, but it's okay. It's part two. Okay. So, yeah, rich people would just pound down some crushed down like emeralds with like, I don't know, bread and like just drinks. Didn't help them, they still died too. Um, People would carry flowers around. They were, encouraged to do that. So some aromatherapy, smelling some good stuff, make them feel better, whatever. Um, so they would cut open their boils that were filled with like blood and pus, and I mean they were huge. They would just start rubbing their own feces all over it. I don't know what that was about. I don't know why they did that, but they did. It didn't help. All right, so here's the other types of treatment, like past the plague. Just normal situations. Um, the mentally ill. This is a good one. They were, people who were schizophrenic, something like that. They were tied up, arms and legs tied up. Their hair was pulled and their noses, and they were dipped in salt water. And then a bunch of pigs would squeal in their ear. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. It's terrible. I don't know how they even thought that could help. That just sounds like really just adding gasoline to like a flame. Don't understand that. So any head related problems, headaches, something like that, they were solved by trepanation. So they just kind of like put a little hole in your head to try to relieve some of the pressure. But most of the time, you would just die. It wouldn't help. And their hygiene with their teeth was obviously not very good either. So some might say clean them with like leaves or whatever, but they didn't have dentists. So whenever they had tooth problems, they would go and the local barbers would just pretty much rip them out. Um, so herbs were actually given to stomach problems, and like licorice, that's not an herb, but that was one of the things. But just also herbs and like cinnamon, just a lot of natural stuff, which honestly is the most like understandable thing during all this. I don't know where these other things kind of come from. This actually could make sense. So there was that. There was that. In this picture, this is an act called bloodletting, which was where they would just kind of cut you open to release blood to see, what was in just look your blood. Didn't really help with anything. I mean, she looked happy, I guess, but yeah. So there was like four different things, and there's I think so the four humors. I didn't write about this, but it's the four humors, and it was what people were made of supposedly. So there was blood, yellow bile, black bile, and phlegm. That's all people were made of. Was those things. So a lot of times they would cut you open. They would check for that. They'd check in your urine also for that kind of thing. And I don't know. Mr. Pacunas was telling me about it one time. Anyways, yeah. So I think it's all my slides. So I hope you guys enjoyed, learned a little bit about medieval medicine. No advances were really made at all. It was terrible. So we're glad. Honestly, even with everything going on, we should be happy with the kind of medicine we have out here because it could be worse. All right. I'm just gonna end this. It's gonna be kind of awkward, but I gotta just kind of come up here. Oh, I can do it from here. Oh God. Okay. Goodbye, guys.